welcome back to Thrill Factor, where today we are counting down the top 10 most anticipated rides for 2025. Now, this edition is Roller Coaster Edition. If you guys want me to do attraction and new, flat rides that are coming in, you guys can comment down below for that, and I'll make it. So, this is just based off of my opinion. I'm counting down the top 10 that I want to go ride, and plus there are two honorable mentions, so let's go hop into that. And if you've never been here before, like and subscribe and watch. Alright, let's get into the honorable mentions. Some that I thought were good, but just didn't make the cut. So let's go to Six Flags Over Georgia for a ride that was supposed to open this year, but because of delays, it didn't. So it will open in 2025, and that is Georgia Surfer, the all-new Intamin water coaster. I think this thing will be fun. You're sitting on a surfboard, and there are these little wheels that will spin around as you go up the towers. And also there are some water elements, so we get that soaking effect back in that park. So I think that's good that they're adding a water ride. However, I think that they should have added a turntable maybe so they can have two trains, one loading and then one on the ride. So it can because I don't think this ride will have that great of a capacity. So that's why I made this list. Although I applaud you, Six Flags Over Georgia, great fit for this park. And the second one I have is at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. It's kind of it's almost exactly like Phoenix Rising. It's a B&M family invert, and it is Big Bad Wolf, The Revenge of the Wolf. Now, I really like that they're doing this, again, focusing on the family. It seems like the SeaWorld Entertainment is doing great there. I mean, we're getting a play structure at Busch Gardens Tampa and SeaWorld San Antonio. They just added Phoenix Rising back at Busch Gardens Tampa in 2024. So we're seeing this same style of ride at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. But I don't know if Big Bad Wolf fans like this thing. I think they were either aiming for a hybrid coaster or something else, but I still think it's going to be a ton of fun. I just hope that the B&M rattle will go away. So let's get into the top 10, shall we? Alright, let's get into the rankings now. So at our number 10 spot, I think it should be a little higher, but I put it here. So it is Donkey Kong Minecart Madness, and boy does this look good. It's going to Epic Universe at in Orlando, and this looks out of this world. I think it's going to be great for all ages. What's going to happen here is it's supposed to jump track, but the track that the cart is on is fake, and then underneath there's this arm that connects to the side, and that's the actual track. So while you're jumping track, though, you're still on the track, if that makes sense. But this is going to have great theming. If I've never been on Hagrid's, I heard that it's a roller coaster that you just laugh on, and I think this one will be the same type of way. Same laughing. Everybody's going to enjoy it. You're going to get nostalgia from it. And this is a great addition. Good job, Universal. At our number 9 spot, we got a launch coaster going to Six Flags New England. It's crazy saying that. And it's called Quantum Accelerator. I don't know if Six Flags New England fans wanted a straddle coaster, but they're getting one. And even though that it's not the crazy Intamin launch coaster that all those fans were dying for, it still looks great. I mean, there's some minimum theming, and I think that if it's set up like Javelin, it will be great. But if it's more like wave breaker, then you got more families that are willing to ride that, and I think that's going to be really good for the park. I think, yeah, that's all I have to say about it. So let's move on to number 8. We got Hot Wheels Bone Shaker coming to Mattel Adventure Park in Glendale, Arizona. This theme park, I think, was advertised to open in 2023, but didn't. It was supposed to open in 2024, but it didn't. But I think it will actually open in 2025. And this is a chance roller coaster. A lot of these chance roller coasters are very rare. The only one that I really know of is Lightning Run at Kentucky Kingdom? Yeah, Kentucky Kingdom. And that is Chance Hyper GTX. It has a lot of airtime. And while a ride similar to that is coming to the same park, I think this one just looks better. Again, you're riding in like a Hot Wheels in a Hot Wheel car. How cool is that? I mean, that's every kid's dream. And yeah, I think it will be a solid addition. I can't wait to go visit this. So now at our number seven and actually 6 spots, these roller coasters were supposed to open in 2024, and they both, well, one of them kind of did, and it broke. Top Thrill 2. But we'll get to that one later. And at number 7, we have Flash Vertical Velocity, a super boomerang from Vekoma. It's good to see Vekoma, modern day Vekoma, making its way to the US. And I think this roller coaster will do a great job at Six Flags Great Adventure. Again, going along with what I said with Georgia Surfer at Six Flags Over Georgia, I think that this ride could cause some issues with capacity, only one train. So, and plus, Six Flags Great Adventure is one of the busiest parks in the country. Just being in between that triangle, I talked about it in my King to Call video. Give that a watch. I think this will, again, I just think it will be good. You get a backwards roller coaster in that park. You get inversions. You get a launch. What else could you ask for? Now, let's go to Top Thrill 2. Ah, man. Oh, boy. So, I went to Cedar Point in 2024. I was going to go ride Top Thrill 2. And then I realized I had closed. And now I think some of those issues are getting fixed, and I think it will be ready to go in 2025. If it isn't, I think Cedar Point is going to be more under fire than they were this year. But still, I think it's a great addition to the park. If King Dakar is getting taken down, then Top Thrill 2 can say, we're the tallest roller coaster in America, we're the fastest in America, and you can start marketing that. But I don't know. I still think it's a little bit of a one-trick pony. Just having, I mean, extending its layout was fine, but that's why it's at this number 6 spot. So let's move into the top 5, where there might be a little bit of a surprise to you. All right, let's get this going. At number 5, we have Raptera coming from King's Dominion in Doswell, Virginia. This is probably one of the most anticipated rides of 2025. It's a launch B&M wing coaster, and we haven't really seen much investment into King's Dominion since I kind of want to say Twisted Timbers. But I think will be again a great investment. I mean, your only launch coaster is Flight of Fear, and it's not the really good kind of Flight of Fear. And plus, you're going to add some theming. You're going to have the Raptor roll. Yeah, really good stuff here coming from King's Dominion. I think this park is going to be the one to watch for a long time. And then number 4 is going to Epic Universe. It's my most anticipated for Epic Universe. And that is the Racing Stardust Racers from, again, it's Epic Universe at Universal Orlando. And this will be made by Mach. It will go 62 miles per hour. And guess what? You're racing. So I think this is another cool aspect, another way to double capacity on rides, get more people through. And I just think the concept is brilliant, and Epic Universe is gonna be a grand slam. Next, we got a B&M dive coaster that is going to Six Flags Great America, and this is Wrath of Rakshasa. It's supposed to smash all the dive coaster records, supposed to be the longest, the tallest, the fastest, steepest. Steepest, I think it's 95-degree drop. Yeah, let's go with that. And again, great investment. I feel like Six Flags Great America has been getting a lot of hype as of recently, and I want to go there too. It's in a great spot, just a few minutes outside of Chicago, and having this record-breaking roller coaster is even going to draw more people. And again, really good investments. I think all these new rides in 2025 are great investments for the parks. Great way to move. At the number 2 spot, only losing to, I'm not going to spoil it. At our number 2 spot, we got an RMC going to a little park in Iowa. This is their first roller coaster that's getting built from the ground up, and that's really exciting. It's Fire Runner and Lost Island. I'm going to give you a round of applause for getting ground up roller coasters, because Matagani came from Sweden and the SLC came from somewhere. Honestly, I don't know, because it's kind of garbage, or so I've heard. But Fire Runner is going to be really good. I think it's going right over by where the dark ride Volcano is. And I've been wanting to visit this park ever since it opened, and this gives me an even better reason to go. I mean, RMC is probably my favorite roller coaster manufacturer. So much airtime, so much. I just like what they do. And RMC Raptors, haven't been on them yet, but I've heard that they're crazy sensation, just getting whipped through all those elements. And also the train looks very good too, having that head at the front. Yeah, really good stuff here, Lost Island. Good job. All right, our number 1 spot is a Vekoma Tilt Coaster. There was supposed to be at least one of these that was supposed to open in like the last 2 or 3 years, but Coda Lands has not opened it, unfortunately. So we're gonna go to Siren's Curse at Cedar Point. Man, this looks really good. First Vekoma Tilt Coaster that we're seeing, and again, I love seeing Vekoma coming back in here. Haven't been on their res, mostly because I've heard that their old self was like really bad, but their new stuff is like really good. So yeah, a few things about Siren's Curse. I like that tilt. I like that curved drop and those 2 inversions. I think it's going to be very fun and very enjoyable. I think that Cedar Point did really well with their apology letter, kind of saying, hey, 2024 was a rough year. So in 2025, not only are we going to have a top thrill 2, we're also going to have Siren's Curse to make it up to all those people that bought their season passes and didn't get to go. Anyway, that's all I have to say here. 2025 will be a really great year. I don't see any duds in this lineup. And let's just hope that we don't have any delays or major breakdowns this year. And I just want to know your thoughts, your comments. Just put those down below, and I'll do my best to discuss it with you. And also, if you want my link to my merch store where there's awesome shirts, water bottles, etc., that's going to be in the description below. And like and subscribe.